if you are looking for a pay raise, if you want more control, if you want to be your own boss, give Nexa a try. Okay, so I want to tell you about my first 2 years at Nexa. My name is Akeem. I'm a mortgage loan originator. I work at Nexa Mortgage, one of the largest brokerages in the country, and I've been there for 2 years. And I want to tell you about my experience there and all the do's, the don'ts, the ins, the outs, the goods, bads, the pros, and the cons. All right, so one thing you should know about me is that I did do the academy, or as they call it now, Nexa University. Basically, in a nutshell, it's a training program for new or newer loan officers or people who, just want to get more of a formal training to the business and the industry. The way you get out of the academy or graduate is by doing 6 loans. And I will tell you that it took me way longer than I thought it would to get those loans out the way. Yeah, so it took me way longer than I thought in my head to get those 6 loans out the way. I really thought I was going to bang those 6 loans out in a couple of months. And unfortunately, it took me more like 2 years. All right, not exactly 2 years, but damn near. So it was definitely an experience. Let me tell you a little bit about the academy. So to me, the academy is really good for like learning the mechanics of how to do a deal, like how to structure a deal, how to import your loan application into the various different lenders that Nexa is affiliated with. So it's really cool to be able to have so much assistance ready and waiting for you at almost 16 hours out the day. It's the kind of support that you will use if you like a lot of hand holding. Like you want someone to hold your hand and walk you through how to take an application. What should you look at for credit? The academy is great for that. The only thing that I thought the academy could do a little better was teach how to hunt more lead generation. But don't get me wrong, I did get a lot of good strategies, but in my opinion, I want more modern strategies, and I think they would benefit from more modern classes, like things on like how to edit a video, how to start your YouTube page, how to do reels, how to batch content, things like that. I think if they had a leg that was dedicated to getting more eyes on you, then the academy would be like chef's kiss. Like there would be nothing I can say that it didn't do. But it's a lot of information that they're giving at one time, and they're managing to do this with, I think last time I heard them say it was around 400 or 500 newer baby LOs. So they do a great job with helping you get your feet wet, and then knowing what you're doing when you actually graduate and go out to be self-sufficient. Another thing you should know about Nexa is all the deals that you do. Like there's no loan that you can say no to. They have so many products, so many loan options, more than just the government agency loans like FHA, conventional USDA. Like they have bank statement loans, fix and flip, commercial, DSCR. I've done my first DSCR loans with Nexa. So those loans are real popular there. You're going to have a lot of things you can cover and a lot of ground you can cover, like with having that range to help the most clients. Another thing about Nexa is their partnership with S&P. S&P is a mortgage processing company. So, you're able to have someone there to help you process your deal so you can focus on your prospecting and lead generation. S&P, I would tell you, is not perfect, but it's all about trial and error. Like you are not going to get along with every single person that you come across. And there's a beautiful line in that, because now you get to just go through a process of elimination to see who fits well where. And, you have that freedom after a few files to pick and choose who you want to continuously work with. So with me personally, I've worked with, I think, maybe 4 S&P processors. Everyone has their strengths. Everyone has their weaknesses. I know that's a real PC answer, but yeah, like, some of them were great and some of them I just didn't think that we meshed well. So, I just moved on to the next one. You also have an endless variety of options when it comes to how you want to structure your deals, as far as, especially when it comes to flexibility with your comp. So, you can really stay competitive at Nexa. And I think that a lot of Nexa mortgage loan originators appreciate the flexibility with the compensation. So I have nothing to say about that as far as how you can go about competing with other people as far as, rates and etc. I think right now, being that we're in a high rate environment, people are expecting to hear those high rates. So, they're always looking for who has the golden nugget, like who's going to be the one person to tell me my rate is not 7%, is 5%, and it just doesn't work like that. Another thing I would say about Nexa is really like the culture. Like, this culture is crazy. Okay, like there are people who are Nexa, go hard, cult following. You can't say nothing about Nexa. You can't even spell Nexa wrong. Like, you could put Nexa on the internet, on Facebook, and someone will correct you and say, put it in all caps. Like, I don't know. It ain't my cup of tea. I'm a team player, but I'm more of an individualist, I guess. Like, or maybe I'm just too nonchalant. I just don't think it's that serious, but people take it like very serious. But that's why the culture works so well, because we have so many resources. All right, so you got the academy, as I mentioned before. Loan officer support is something that Nexa talks about. If you ever go to a wide Nexa meeting, there are hundreds of people sitting at home or in their office on Zoom waiting to answer your questions or earn your business. So that's another resource. Then you have Facebook. We have an internal Facebook page. If you can't get your answer from loan officer support, throw it in Facebook. Someone's going to answer you. And I've thrown dozens of questions out there, and sometimes there are questions that you're asking that were already asked before. So now you just got to search it, and you'll get your answer. I mean, obviously, if somebody asked this 4 years ago, ask it again, because things change. But most of the time, man, you're not the only one that's asking that question. So either you're going to go to loan officer support and they'll help you out, or just go to Facebook and search it. No, I think a lot of times people forget that you're your own business, so you have to be self-sufficient and resourceful. So use your resources, man. You're not going to... I've only encountered a handful of other companies. No other company has as many resources as Nexa. I can guarantee you that. And I know right now it may seem like I'm glazing, but hey, I got to give them their flowers, okay? Also, we have a lot of things that are just meant for the culture. So they have an event every year called Nexa Fest. I went for the first time last year. It was dope. I had a good time. I injured myself really bad. Was on crutches for about a month trying to ride a bull, and it ain't for everybody, right? So, but other than that, like, that's at no fault to no one else. Like, I had a really good time. Yeah, so I've met Mike Quarters before. We've bumped shoulders. I've shook his hand. He's very nice and cool, down to hear what everyone has to say, for at least that's what it seems like to me. Very open to taking any suggestions. So that's nice, man. It's really cool when you can approach someone who's at the top of the ladder, And then we also have a weekly meeting, and you can talk to him directly on Zoom, and he answers your questions willingly. And it seems like there's really no such thing as a stupid question. Like, sometimes when I'm on that meeting, I'm like, damn, dog, like, I don't know how you doing it. Like, some of this stuff is just redundant, but he answers it anyway, and he's very straightforward, and I like that. He's not drawn out. So yeah, thumbs up for Mike Quarter. But yeah, man, all in all, I think that when it comes to my experience at Nexa over the last 2 years, I finally got out the academy. I'm fully free. I'm like more of like a senior LO level, I guess. I mean, I'm calling myself that. If someone wants to fight about it in the comments, then go for it. But I think that Nexa is a great company. I would recommend it to any mortgage loan originator. Oh, and I forgot the most important thing. The most important thing is the compensation. So even with me being in the academy, I've made more per check than I did when I was at retail. What? It wasn't groundbreaking money, but I think that that's one of the most important factors. And if you are looking for a pay raise, if you want more control, if you want to be your own boss, give Nexa a try, okay? I'm going to drop my form below. Fill it out. I'll hit you up. We could book a Zoom call. You can ask me questions. But my 2 years at Nexa have been exactly what I expected. Actually, it exceeded my expectations. So I'm happy about my decision. Thanks everyone for watching the first video. I'm going to keep these coming and letting you know exactly how I am on my journey. Appreciate your time. Peace.